We're the two teachers, and welcome to another episode of UFO.
Where you find out. Today, you're going to find out about the role of handlers at political conventions.
Andy, these national political conventions are quite a spectacle. Well over 50,000 people come into a town to put on a political carnival to showcase a particular party's nominee. A lot of times we think it's all about the politician. We think it's about the nominee, but so much goes on behind the stage, so much goes before the television broadcast begins. Andy, today we're looking at those handlers, those political operatives that make this carnival work.
Yeah, this is a carnival. It's also theater. It's stagecraft. From the actual designing and building of a huge convention stage, with increasingly the technology that goes into an arena, to what the speech actually says. The speech writers that craft the words not just of a presidential candidates, but of the dozens of speakers who speak on TV at a convention.
Well, Andy, you're right. It is like a stage show. It's theater. There's scripts that are involved, a lot of optics, a lot of visuals, even down to the music, the soundtrack, bringing in headliner guitarists, musicians, singers. People were buzzing on the convention floor about the timing of songs. Andy, this is political theater. It's reality TV, but it doesn't always feel very real because it is so scripted.
Well, it's scripted all the way down to the balloons, Dan. I mean, what kind of balloons do you use? How large do you make the balloons? Do you use paper confetti? Do you use shiny confetti? All of those details that go in there, and there are dozens of handlers working on those logistics every single night of a convention.
Let's think just a little bit about the details of what handlers are primarily focused on. Clearly writing scripts for all the speakers. They've got to fill hours of television and hours of convention time, and these scripts, the presentations by the speakers have to hit message. They have to agree with the nominees' positions. They have to promote and project the nominee as a legitimate candidate, a friend, a trustworthy person. Andy, the scripts become so critical.
And not just the scripts, but who you pick to read those scripts. Who are your cast of characters? And even political parties that claim they don't want to be politically correct tend to have an array of speakers who are diverse gender-wise and racially, ethnically, and religiously. Who those characters are very important in projecting your message of diversity and inclusion.
So they worry about what we hear. There's also a tremendous concern, Andy, in what we see. The visuals anticipate documentaries about the candidate's family, a lot of visuals when they're a kid, young children growing up to be leaders. Andy, the music, the staging, the lights. And Andy, as a handler, you are responsible for making a candidate look like your neighbor, but also look like your president. Look like your friend, but also look like a leader. Andy, it's almost as if the handlers are more important than the candidate themselves. This has been UFO, and we're the two teachers.
Today, you found out about the role of handlers at political conventions.
We're the two teachers, no fancy words,
no fancy suits.
Plain talk about issues you need to know, just in time.